Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the road trip ready trivia quiz made to be played in the car. Today's episode, Friday night pub quiz number 12. This is episode number 815. There are 21 questions, 20 up front, and a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of the video if you need to stick around for that. We've got a great mix of questions today, some easy, some hard, all fun. Let's get started with question number 1. A sociological term from Tonga meaning forbidden. It describes a practice which is prohibited in a society. What is this term? Also, a board game in which certain words are not allowed to be said. This word that means forbidden is taboo. Taboo, also a board game. Question number 2. When an event is designated GMT, it indicates that its time is measured by the standard developed by an observatory in what English location through which the prime meridian passes? GMT time. What English location is GMT named after? The answer is Greenwich. GMT means Greenwich Mean Time. Question number 3. George, Elaine, Kramer, and Jerry end up in a Massachusetts jail after having broken a Good Samaritan law in the 1998 final episode of what American sitcom television series that was created by Larry David? A perfect way to end the show, the answer is Seinfeld. Question number 4. After leading the Israelites out of Egypt and through the parted Red Sea, Moses then destroys the golden calf, receives the 10 Commandments, and instructs the people to build the tabernacle, all in what Old Testament book of the Bible? Those events all occur in the book of Exodus. Question number 5. It's not a football game, but rather a part of the southern Great Plains that dried up in the 1930s. What is the two-word term that describes this land that suffered from wind erosion at the time? It is not a football game. It's not the Super Bowl. It is the Dust Bowl. Question number 6. In the 1997 film adaptation, she is played by Jodie Foster. In this story, Ellie Arroway takes the space capsule and meets an alien who appears as her father at the end of what Carl Sagan novel? A great space movie. The answer is Contact. Question number 7. Also called the Plantation Act or the Revenue Act, what was the most common name of the 1764 Act of Parliament that taxed molasses and rum exported from the West Indies that was despised by colonists? It taxed molasses and rum. It was known as the Sugar Act. Sugar Act is the answer. Question number 8. One of the most widely known of the Greek medical texts. What is the name for the oath that is taken by medical students upon becoming doctors that is named after an ancient Greek physician? What is the name of that oath that medical students take before becoming doctors? The answer is the Hippocratic Oath, named after Hippocrates. Question number 9. Founded in Atlanta and still based there today, what soft drink was created by a former Confederate soldier named John Pemberton in 1886 and given a brand name based on the presence of a now absent narcotic? Listening to this song feels a little bit like drinking the original version of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the answer. Question 10 is next. The title of a different poem and rhyming with the word nevermore. What is the name of the beloved woman remembered in Edgar Allan Poe's 1845 narrative poem, The Raven? It was her name in The Raven, and he also wrote a whole other poem about her. It was a loose rhyme with nevermore. Her name is Lenore. Question number 11. What was the name meaning star form in ancient Greek that William Herschel introduced in the early 1800s for these celestial objects that he found between Mars and Jupiter? What are those objects with a name meaning star form? The answer is asteroid. Question number 12. In the Queen's English, this word means a line or a sequence of people or vehicles waiting to proceed. What is this word that in America is basically only used for the list of documents waiting for your printer? It is a whole word, but you really only need one letter. The answer is Q. Q is the answer. Question number 13. Invoking Solomon's wisdom, Hercules' strength, Atlas's stamina, Zeus's power, Achilles' courage, and Mercury's speed, what word did Billy Batson use to change himself into Captain Marvel? He said one word. What was it? When he needed all those powers, he said, Shazam! Question number 14. Named after a piece of laboratory equipment, on The Muppet Show, who was the assistant to Dr. Honeydew that had shocked red hair because experiments kept exploding in his face? The name of that assistant was Beaker. Beaker. Question number 15. What American author's books include titles like On the Banks of Plum Creek, Little Farm in the Ozarks, Little House in the Big Woods, and Little House on the Prairie? The answer? Laura Ingalls Wilder. Question number 16. Franz Kafka wrote a book with this title, in which a man is turned into a cockroach. What is this term that also describes the physical change of a caterpillar into a butterfly? The book and the term is metamorphosis. Speaking of books, question number 17. What is the full name of the 2005 book where the Death Eaters attack Hogwarts, Snape kills Dumbledore, and as Snape escapes, he identifies himself as the mystery title character gifted in potion making? I need the full name. You can't just say Harry Potter, you have to say Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Question number 18. Batteries are often measured by these. What is the term for the unit of measurement named after an Italian scientist that measures potential energy across the terminals of a battery? Batteries are measured by volts. Volt is the answer. Question number 19. It is a 2003 film about a single parent who lives in a sea anemone. What is the name of this Pixar movie where the title character is a clownfish that ventures too far away from home? Finding Dory is the sequel and Finding Nemo is the original. Finding Nemo is the answer. And question 20. His tales were published as the Book of Marvels, written after the Genoese army imprisoned him. Who is this 13th century Venetian traveler who visited the court of Kublai Khan? The Book of Marvels were about the travels of Marco Polo. And that concludes the first 20 questions for today's quiz. Now we do have a question 21 tiebreaker coming up in just a minute if you need that. Thank you for watching today's episode. It was number 815, Friday Night Pub Quiz number 12. If you like easier trivia, make sure to check back every Friday. If you like harder trivia, make sure you check back every Tuesday. That's Brainy Tuesday. Those questions are just a little bit harder. But for today, let's do question 21, the tiebreaker. It could be said that modern technology really started the year the Nintendo Entertainment System debuted. What year was it when the first internet domain name was registered and Microsoft Windows 1.0 was released? What year was it? The NES came out, the first internet domain name was registered, and Microsoft Windows 1.0 came out. Whoever gets closest to the year wins the point. You have 10 seconds. A lot of good things came out in 1985. 1985, whoever got closest to 1985 gets the point. If there was a tie after question 20, whoever just won that point just won the whole game. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next trip.